So today I want to talk about trading. No, obviously I'm talking about trading. I want to talk about focus and why I feel like it's important when it comes to success, not just in trading, but just in general. Because we have a limited amount of energy each day, and if we put that towards meaningful things, we're likely to get to where we want to be, no matter how long it takes. Over a long period of time, if we do the right actions and commit to the right actions and minimize distractions, we're putting our energy in the right. We're essentially utilizing compound in the right way, rather than utilizing it in a negative way. But yeah, let's get into this, man. So focus. So I want to start off. There's essentially two paths, right? The first path is, okay, so we start the day with 100% energy. 100% energy. Okay, so this is the first path, right? 100% energy. 100% energy. However, the energy is dispersed in different avenues. Okay, so one is social media, another, let's say, is Netflix, let's say non-needle moving tasks. That's another one. Another one we could say is, let's say, shopping. Another one, I don't know, you get the gist though. So we have a limited amount of energy per day, right? However, we're utilizing the energy to put into these avenues: social media, Netflix, non-needle moving tasks, shopping. Are these specific tasks gonna move us closer to where we want to? If you commit to doing these each and every day, they're not. Our energy is scattered. And let's say we're working too, so we're working, and we're also trying to build a skill. Let's say we have family as well. So we have family. So these are, I would say, the important things that we can invest our time into. However, these, not so much. However, if we're working majority of the time during the day, we're working, we want to have a bit of family time. The rest of our hours is being put towards these things, which is not going to get us anywhere close to where we want to be. This is the first path. Anyway, this is the first path, right? The second path, let's say, we start the day with 100% energy. Great. New day, bright day. Let's see how it goes. So what we're going to put energy towards? We're going to put energy towards pre-market analysis, post-market. I need to get myself a flipping one of them boards I can draw on. Well, we put energy towards pre-market, post-market. We put energy towards reading on a specific field, or just reading on mindset or something. We put our energy towards exercise, and we're also working. Oh my gosh, this is terrible. You get the gist. We're also working. We're also trying to build the skill, and we also have family, so we want to have a bit of family time. So this is the second path. We have 100% energy. We put part of the energy towards pre-market analysis, part of the energy towards post-market, part of the energy towards reading, part of the energy towards exercise, part of the energy towards working, part of the energy towards skill acquisition, part of that energy towards family time. This is the second path. Just based off the two paths, which path do you think will get to where they want to be? Which path? I think it's evident that this path will likely get to where they want to be. And it doesn't matter how long it takes. It could be a year, it could be 2 years, it could be 3 years, 5 years. We're in this game for the long term, right? So yeah, this is the second path. This is true both on the larger and smaller scale. This is viable on the larger and smaller scale. On the larger scale, let's start with the smaller scale. So on the smaller scale, we can say, okay, so on a minute to minute basis, we're making decisions, right? So we're making decisions. Our energy is getting put towards decision making, right? So if we've already made decisions in terms of what we're going to eat, what we're going to wear, for example, this is just 2 examples. This is on a smaller scale. So our focus is getting put towards decision making. Okay, so if these decisions are made beforehand, we're saving part of our energy, our mental energy, to put towards other stuff. Okay, so our focus is getting taken away if we have to think about this stuff. However, if we've thought about this stuff beforehand, let's say meal prep, or we just got our clothes laid out from the weekend or whatever, these decisions are now eradicated in the now moment, where we can then put that energy towards other stuff, or we're essentially saving our mental bandwidth for more meaningful tasks. And on the larger scale, our focus can be taken away by going on, let's say, trips too often. That's one. Another one could be partying too much. This is another thing that can take our focus away if we're partying too much, or even at all. It's not about these specific things in general, but it's about the fact that these things will essentially disrupt our pattern and routine. So we have patterns and routine that will bring us up and towards success. So for example, let's say forecasting, meditating, essentially. I don't know what your routine is, whatever works for you. You have specific routines that will push you towards where you want to go. However, if we give in to these things too often, we're essentially taking ourselves away from our pattern, and we're outside of that flow state. We want to be in flow, because if we're in flow, it's like it's an energy build up, energy build up, and it's like it turns into a big snowball where it just leads you towards success, and then eventually success is there, and you're like, how did I get there? It's because of those small actions that you've maintained over a long period of time, and that's what it's about. So on a smaller scale, these decisions, if we're thinking about these decisions on a minute to minute basis, these are distracting you and taking mental bandwidth away from meaningful tasks and our routines and patterns, things that are needle moving. On a larger scale, if we're taking too much trips or we're partying too much, these things on a larger scale is taking our focus away from our main goal. And the reason why it's taking us away from our main goal is because it's disrupting our patterns and routines. I do want to mention that, because I say, okay, these things, for example, so like social media, Netflix and stuff, I've said these things take away your focus away from meaningful tasks. It doesn't mean we shouldn't indulge in these tasks. However, it's like we need to be more meaningful and more thought. We need to put more thought into where these specific things are going to be put in our day, or maybe not in our day, but are we going to keep these things for the weekend? Like, when are we going to implement these things? Because obviously we need to take our mind off business sometimes. We can't just keep on go, like we'll burn out. So it's about putting thought into when are we going to go on holiday? Would it be the good time to go on holiday? when we want to. So we can use social media, but we can essentially limit that time to, I don't know, an hour a day, rather than being on social media, let's say 50 minutes of the day, 50 minutes, and then like throughout the day, where that's essentially taking our mind off the most important tasks. Like, it's about, structuring your day in a way where it's like, it will not distract me if I do it this way. I'll be able to get my main things out of the way and then focus on doing this. So have fun. It's your life. Have fun, alright, but be mindful of how and where your time is going, because you have a limited amount of focus and energy per day. So be mindful where your time is going, but be mindful of where your energy is going and what avenues your energy is going towards. Focus, and this is not just in terms of trading.